Let's talk about modern Zionism. It's a political movement with religious undertones that is designed for colonial ambitions. The belief itself is ripe with anti-Semitism, and it goes back to westernized Christian circles. Now, some credit a man named Theodor Herzl at the turn of the 20th century for crafting this belief system, but he really wasn't the first person to think of it. There are some writings that suggest it goes back to the 17th century Protestants who were grappling with this idea of a political state of Israel that would take all of the Jews back to Palestine in pursuit of a messianic return. Still, the movement didn't solidify until after the 1967 war. Then you had Christian groups and Jewish groups creating some sort of an alliance. The question, though, is at what expense? Sadly, lobbyist groups have capitalized on this for decades. They have put millions of dollars in politicians' pockets across party lines. They have raised millions that have gone toward illegal settlements in the occupied West Bank, which violates 1967 borders. And worst of all, they conflate honest Jewish values and Christian end times theology with the political state of Israel, for which conflates multiple ideas and turns into propaganda. Our goal is to cut through that misinformation because the belief system of Zionism considers Palestinian lives collateral damage. The Palestinian Christians are rightfully hurt, angry, and in pain. Trauma after trauma has been perpetrated for 7 decades without any healing, without recognition. The Holocaust is being exploited in order for the Israeli government to get away with what they are doing in Gaza. And Holocaust survivors are speaking out against the state of Israel. You have young Jewish leaders who are standing in alignment with Palestinian protesters. And when we see so much unification across the globe, maybe it's time for the Christian influence to sit down and take a back seat. Are you willing to step into this work? To cut through the propaganda? Are you willing to do reparative justice work? Let's unpack these truths together. And I'm inviting you to a conversation because I can imagine that there are a lot of your communities who have questions, people who are hurting, people who are losing relationships, largely because they can't cut through the misinformation. And I can help with that.